I said, now I was saying it funny, Will's getting old. Somebody needs to take care of him. And I thought people would get like,
that's going to be you.
Yeah, I said that's going to be me. I'm going to take care of him.
All right, so listen. Don't say that when y'all be like, oh, where's the original video? How many people to react to? Y'all want to show or not? We're going with MTR. Shout out to MTR.
Yeah, and you know, but right now I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
You know, I've been living, I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Right? And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic.
Yeah,
just to get to know me, you know, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to be like, well, what color do you want this for? You know what I mean? I can just
Why they got her sitting like that and him sitting like that?
That happened.
That's how a man sits. That's how a man sits, and how he's sitting is how a woman usually sits.
That's how, you know.
So it's called a beard and a purse. That's what they call, son. He is her purse, and she is his beard in LGBT terms.
Or she just got a big dick.
Man, I knew you was gonna say.
I'm gonna start calling her Galactus. Why are you continuing to bring up the intimate details of your marriage in front of a live studio audience on a podcast?
Clicks and views, baby.
What are you doing? Have you not ruined our childhoods enough? Have you not destroyed this man enough? We saw
No, she's trying to finish him completely. She want him completely done.
She don't have nothing else to talk about. What else she got to talk about? What, her up and coming movie? Her up and coming album she already dropped?
Her accomplishments?
him walk on that Oscars stage and deliver the 5 fingers of death to Chris Rock. But we already know he wasn't really hitting Chris Rock. Psychologically, he was hitting himself.
Wow.
Good job.
Just smacked the shit out of him.
Why? Because he married the Sith Lord herself, the Queen Jezebel.
Right, she got Chris Rock slapped.
Sith Lord.
It's Jada Pinkett Smith. Honestly, Jada, and I think that this pisses you off, we don't care about you. We care about the Smith. And I think that that really eats at you because inevitably,
She gonna drop her name later.
No, she won't.
Say she never needed Smith. Like Kamora Lee.
We're in a very unique time for you. And I know that you recently dropped your last name, Simmons. Which
Simmons
kind of
and Leisner.
Simmons. Oh, so you
Because
got rid of
people
Simmons
were
and
like,
Leisner.
oh, she dropped it now that she doesn't need it. Honey, I haven't been needing it for a while.
Well,
but that's cute.
I know.
Yeah,
I never needed the Smith.
right.
Why you think he still deals with it?
I personally believe part of the threat is financial. I think the second threat,
But he Will Smith, he'll be happy. He can make even more money.
on a conspiracy theory aspect, from a conspiracy theory aspect, I look at it as an oath. Some kind of way, when you have certain people like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they know what it is. I don't know if they cut their hand, it's a blood oath. I don't know what they did, but it's an oath. They'll probably make it. They'll stay together for life.
It's part of the humiliation ritual.
Possibly.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
it's Will that's the star. We don't care if you over here talking about you and your life outside of if you talk about Will. And that's what the catch-22 is. And that's a component of what Will did not see. Inevitably, the man wanted family, the man wanted relationship, and instead, he's got a Queen Jezebel who manipulates, who controls, and who tries to act like she's doing this for the betterment of the marriage, but really, she's exposing leverage.
So are y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful connection. We will.
Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's.
Why do you say that with such
Clarity.
Because that.
I like that sweatsuit though. She got the Sergio Tacchini on.
Yeah, it's a B-more joint. Old school.
Yeah, she fresh. She fresh to death.
Means nothing.
She fresh to death.
Yeah, from the external point.
No, I'm just talking about the sweatsuit.
Yeah. Underneath of that is just worms and rotten fruit.
We will.
Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's.
Why do you say that with such
Clarity.
Because that's what it's going to be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both are on that page.
Yeah, and but right now I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
You know, I've been living
Alone.
I am a I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Right? And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic. Just to get to know me, you know, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to
Get to know my son's friends.
Right. Lots of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
be like, well, what color do you want this ball? You know what I mean? I can just do it.
You're the chooser.
I'm the chooser.
You're the chooser.
Right.
So when you imagine your life back together, because I'm sure you've seen it, how does that look to you?
We don't know yet.
You'll build that.
We'll build that. It'll be something new.
So are y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful.
Quick.
You think Will's planning when they gonna get back together?
Doesn't matter what he's planning.
Right. Basically, it doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter at all.
Queen serpent behavior. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start calling her Galactus because she's not a world eater. She's a star eater. Okay.
Damn.
Not only did she successfully eat up $100 million man, the star in being Will Smith, but apparently she was trying to eat up Tupac as well, and she already ate up from the back the son's young friend. What was the singer's name?
August Alsina.
Something like that.
Told you he went gay. She made him go gay.
She didn't make him go. Son, that photo right there sums up everything. You know how they say a picture is 1,000 words? That speaks 1,000 words. Just their posture, how they sit in the whole nine. That's like, see how the smile on this? That's what chicks do. Where they lean in with their legs folded, and she's sitting there with her legs gapped open, like what? Like what?
So that's really bothers you.
Yeah.
That's your first time seeing that? I've seen that a bunch of times.
I haven't.
Ate him up from the back, even when he was going through some type of mental health illness. Now, if you exchange all of the gender,
Oh yeah, and he was sick.
What you talking about? Oh, Will Smith?
No, August Alsina. She was supposed to be taking him. She was nursing him back to health.
Thought he was going blind or something.
Something like that. Something was wrong with him, and she was taking care of him. She was nursing him.
Word.
She was nursing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
within this, and it's a man talking about that. Yeah, now I'm separate from my wife, and I'm just enjoying my time alone. Do y'all think that content would be taken the same way up on these female-dominated podcasts, on these female-dominated streets? This is
see, but when men say that, that's the truth.
It's
They don't have to say
not
that.
funny.
How you know I'm good as I don't know
Yeah,
what.
I'm solid,
They
baby.
won't even. In fact, for the most part, if it were Will Smith and they split up, how long would they actually ask Will Smith about Jada?
Why?
Maybe 1 or 2 questions. There's so many other things to ask Will Smith.
Right? Did you drop that anchor off your leg?
You know what I'm saying? 2 questions. How's the new movie? How do you feel about this? How you know? Like it's so much more to his story than hers.
No doubt.
seen as strength. This is seen as empowering. No, this should be seen as a complete and utter failure. And because not only through the introduction of the Red Table Talk and as well as the introduction of content that has gone viral of like her recording for her podcast in the privacy of their own home and him, Will, obviously not wanting that to happen, then it begins to paint the perfect image of the Jezebel spirit in all of her manipulative and controlling glory.
Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
He don't look comfortable right there.
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me if you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. Would you say
He don't look comfortable, son. He don't look comfortable right there. He ain't got makeup on, none of
Getting
that.
sexually harassed.
He ain't got no makeup artist. Right. I don't feel. No, it's really not.
Trust his own way.
At home.
what it is.
At home. That's where they reside, right?
Yeah, he don't trust his own wife. Because normally a regular relationship, you know,
He just like, yo, all right, babe, whatever. He ain't cooking or whatever.
you play with it because you know she's not gonna turn around and put it on the internet and try to make you look an ass.
Not this whole.
It's
Not
between
this
us.
person.
helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house.
At this point, just let him go. But she knows that if she did,
at that face, man.
she'd lose out on opportunities like this one. And she's been saying this for years now.
As time went on, there were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together, where we didn't tell the public, right? Where I was actually thinking about divorcing, separating. I mean, there have been several of those.
It's like a hairless cat.
She doesn't look.
You ever see Dr. Evil's cat.
Yes, son. Don't leave her alone, man. Allegedly.
He allegedly like Dr.
Right? And so...
The hands, too.
And where we've gone...
She got hairless cat hands?
God damn it. Don't...
I never looked at their hands, but I bet they match
They
up.
know got paws, man. She got paws.
Our separate lives. So I think with...
Meanwhile, Will Smith on a podcast would never talk about the relationship. But that's all that she has. This is all that she's got. Imagine being in a marriage where she's trying to convince everybody that this is a two-party street when we all know that it's not. It's not Will talking about his high school relationship with the love of his life for an opportunity to sell more books. He doesn't need to do that. However, her methodology for selling more books, and this is recorded back in 2023, by the way, which I believe is when she dropped her book, but her strategy for that is to leverage the relationship. Do you guys see the difference here?
Then that is where people might have thought that, oh, they must be having an open relationship. And we just didn't want people to know the dynamic of what was happening between us. We didn't think that that was anybody else's business. And so I think that that's where sometimes that confusion came in.
Just let the man go. The amount of times that upon her own Red Table Talk, she's essentially talked about how she was a bad wife, unappreciative of all of the things that he was unable to do with her, right?
They might have made that double deal. Because you still going to be rich. If you leave him, you're going to get a nice chunk of money. You won't quite have the status, but you still kind of will. People know who you are. Even if you're his ex, you can still keep the name and all that garbage. So it must be something deeper.
It is. The second part to that is she knows all the dirty secrets. She is truly a Hollywood insider. And we ain't just talking about Will Smith. So let's say they do part ways. A tell-all book. Forget a tell-all book. If she's spilling her guts now about like, oh, us having possibly an open marriage. If she starts talking about the things that she done seen Will Smith do or know he capable of doing, it would ruin him. So he probably like, man, just to show face, just like, all right, man, I'll stay with him.
Okay, so I understand. That makes sense on why Will would not want to leave her. But I'm talking about her. Why she don't want like?
She caked up. She on the strip. She on the coattails of Will Smith. She can mention Tupac and all that other stuff.
She still want to leave with
No. She is eating right now. They are a power couple. They split ways. They no longer a power couple. They're not a couple no more.
It's like, why have some of the money when you
have all of it?
And never got to worry about it because he gonna always keep. So you can't really burn it off. Because if not, just put him back to work.
In celebration of like her 40th birthday party, where like all of these things and odd and bad behavior that because Will put her up on a pedestal and gave access to him for which she truly did not deserve, and thus it ruined his life. A man that truly wants to end a relationship, right, on his own behest, but truly wants to end that relationship would not have been the same man that took so much umbrage and projected his hate in the moment on the Chris Rock across that stage. That type of man would have been able to laugh off such a dumbass joke like that and accepted his award for the hard work that he put in. But as a man, this will be some of the odd ways that your body may react once afflicted by the Jezebel spirit.
Everybody's always like, why don't you just get divorced?
Right.
And it's like, that's like quitting.
That's like losing my leverage.
Right.
I don't think there's any person that could embrace the best and the worst of me and be willing to hold space.
Son, I still can't get past the hairless cat joint. Now I can't unsee it. She does like Dr. Evil's cat a little bit. The hairless.
All right, she got baby hairs too. All baby hairs all over.
What? She got alopecia.
You can't get no better. You got to be able to read beyond the word.
Don't, man.
People done been slapped for less.
Right.
Trust me.
In the way that Will holds space for me and the way that I hold space for him, there's no greater mirror I could have than Will. I can't get around myself. Just like he can't get around himself with me.
Shit. What if he can't get around your ass?
Shit.
He said, I can't get around myself.
I can't shake
He
people.
can't get around myself.
Go and find somebody else and have a more pleasing, more comfortable relationship.
More happy, a more friendly life.
Right.
Have more joy and more peace.
So was it?
Did she put air quotes on that?
Yes.
She put air quotes on Will Smith's happiness.
Yes.
Myself. Just like he can't get around himself with me. Would it be easier to go and find somebody else and have a more pleasing, more comfortable relationship?
Yes.
Maybe. But
Yes.
would that get me to the person?
And the crazy thing, she talking about for her.
Right.
Would it be easier for her to... Will Smith could replace her 17 times tonight.
In one day. Yes.
Tonight.
All boys.
We're not talking about that part. But I'm just saying, shit he chose.
Another wife or another person, another partner? Absolutely.
Another broad to her quality or higher.
Younger, more fit, more in tune with him.
All through Hollywood, all through the regular streets, everywhere.
White, black, Hispanic.
It ain't no more Will Smiths.
No.
Especially not for you.
Not for her.
Not for
Right. She got August Alsina.
Right,
he had
right,
blind.
Right. She done turned you done turn niggas gay. You done...
Son, stop, son.
He did go gay. I'm not just making this up.
We're failing as a people.
Who she look like, your man Groggins? Who she look like, son?
She look like David Goggins. He was in the Marines too.
He was.
I heard he went over there to save people.
Yeah.
He went back to the service.
Oh, you mean recently?
Recently.
Oh, brother, like 40 years old.
Like 50 years old. He mid 40s.
That nigga G. They need him over there though, because they said these niggas are soft.
He would get blowed up as soon as he.
Son, don't say that, son. Don't say that, man. Wish your brother come home safe.
Stay home.
That's not funny.
It's not funny though.
No, it's not, man. Shout out to the brother, man. Everything is a joke.